so stoked to be making big progress again on our latest project, a floating cabin flip. From top to bottom, we made big waves this week checking off some major boxes on our list for this remodel. We were on fire, and we weren't alone. Never a dull moment around here. Thanks for joining us for another week in the life. Let's get right to it. Today, we are tackling the super rusty roof over at our remodel cabin. To me, in addition to the floats, the roof is one of the biggest eyesores as is. So no offense if you're one of those people that is really into the rusted roof look, it's just not what we're going for. You know, clean and fresh never goes out of style. So we're gonna start with a layer of primer and then hit it with a bunch of APOC. Let's get to it.
On the screw line. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Brandon's whooping me.
We're on the same team, honey.
Up there at the courthouse, they didn't laugh because to tap it up took the whole staff. This is where the rubber meets the road. Ooh. Oh my gosh, there's no easy way to do this, is there?
Alright, let's see, first coat.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's definitely better. Obviously needs more coats, but still huge improvement already.
Looks really good. So the cool seal, when we put it on the roof, it's real thick, and we'll put like 4 layers on there. It only calls for 2, but we do 4, and it reflects the heat really well, or reflects the sun, which makes it heat up. And then we'll put R36 insulation in that attic, and it'll keep that house nice and cool. And this house, the cool thing about it, the bottom of it's insulated. The guy insulated it when he built it, so it'll be the first one that has an insulated floor, and the roof will be well insulated, so it should be good.
Day 2.
Day 2.
Oh man, the otters have definitely been here. There's fish guts and
The poop was there
scat,
yesterday.
otter scat. Oh,
You're so good, baby.
What a beautiful view. That's the best part about it right there. Much better. 2 more coats.
we got a comment this past week that cracked me up saying that they couldn't wait to watch paint dry with us. Hopefully you guys are not asleep on us yet. We proceeded to coat that roof again and again and again. Long story short, we put 6 coats, aka 20 gallons of roof coating in addition to the primer on this dang roof in the end. Now, is that a little overkill? Probably. But whoever ends up buying this place can trust they ain't gonna have to touch that roof for decades. So anyways, by the end of the final coat, our dock builders had shown up and begun to gather supplies to start perhaps the most exciting project of all, swapping out those nasty old floats for nice new ones. Not only were those old styrofoam floats downright ugly, they're also no longer allowed on this lake. If you've seen any of our videos about the trash cleanup we do, I'm sure the reason why goes without saying. There is a grace period still in place for the next few years to give cabin owners time to get their houses refloated, but hopefully very soon, these old Fontana icebergs, as we like to call them, will be a thing of the past. Now, refloating the house is easily one of the most expensive steps of this remodel, running us around 18 grand. But it is 100% necessary, not only from a legal and environmental standpoint, but also structurally and aesthetically. Okay, so I'm gonna show you just with this little model because I think it's a little bit easier than trying to just verbally explain it. This is our house. These are our old styrofoam floats. The counter is the water, and this is our lift float. They're gonna be using 3 lift floats. You guys are probably familiar by now with the whole lift float thing. We've done a number of videos sharing how the lift floats work. I think most recently even just 2 weeks ago, and I'll link that one here if you want to brush up, but you guys probably understand that concept by now. So basically, you're going to deflate your lift float below the water level, come over here, pick it up, reinflate it. Then you got your house that is sitting a little funny, but as you can see, it's really easy to start taking out floats and replacing them with, oh, I don't know, the new floats, right? So, and then you just, move the lift floats around and do that on all the sides. So that's the gist of it. I think it's worth mentioning too that there are a number of ways to go about doing this, just depending on your logistics and your budget. I would argue that the way that we're doing this is probably the logistically easiest and cheapest way to do it for us in this situation. But other options might include things like there are actually these machines like giant aquatic cranes where you can pick the entire house up while it's in the water, make it really easy that way. You can, in certain contexts, take it out of the water, jack it up, and work on it on land. So it really just depends on the house, the location, what professional services are available in your area, but this kind of seemed like a no-brainer for us. These guys are pros. It's honestly no big deal. It's actually a little bit anticlimactic. They just kind of slide them out, put the other ones in, and presto. Let's go check it out.
I got 2-piece screw screws in the whole row. The rest of them were on 5/16. And I can't break them. I just tried. Yeah, I just tried. They're freaking 4 inches long. They're only connected like they ran one by runners down this way, and that's what we got the one screwed into. These middle ones ain't screwed in at all.
All right, here's that lift float under there. Looks like they've now got one whole side done, the port side. Seems so precarious, but shockingly stable at the same time.
That is a burn over there. That Jerry's Hollow's on fire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Good thing it's an island.
What do you think about the roof finally being done?
Oh, thank the Lord. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coats.
Something like that.
That roof ought to last 100 years.
Yeah. Honestly, it was a little challenging stepping back and letting the dock builders do work on the house. Not because we didn't trust they'd do it right, but because we just wanted to be helpful. But we figured out pretty quickly that the most helpful thing we could do for them was to keep our boat off the dock and just kind of stay out of the way. So we headed on over to Jerry's Hollow to see how this fire was developing. What had looked like a small campfire stack this morning was pretty clearly growing into something a bit more substantial over the course of the day.
Around the other side earlier.
It's not bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that could spread because it is an island. Or at least a peninsula with a really good fire break over there.
It done good though. It burnt that whole mountain.
Yeah, honestly, a fire of that magnitude is basically like a prescribed burn. It's really good for the soil. Later that evening, as the fire grew slightly, we boated back over to check in with the Park Service and see if they had decided to let it burn or if it needed to be put out. They were letting it burn, but were just staying overnight to monitor. So with that, we got some sound shut-eye and dreamt of seeing our cabin fully refloated by the following day. tough when that weight hits, huh?
Yeah, it is. It's actually better here in most places.
Nice. There's not too much boat traffic, I feel like.
No, Norris Lake, they're...
Oh my gosh, they're like a wash tub. Wow. Look at that. What an improvement. Man, every time we've driven up to this house, all I can think about and look at is those nasty floats. This is just, it feels like such a relief to see sound flotation and something that won't end up in our trash cleanup. They did a fantastic job. That is our biggest, by far most expensive step of this whole project. Thrilled to have that done. Whew. So as far as disposal goes, typically these just get hauled off and put in a landfill somewhere, which is better than being in the water, but still unfortunate because they definitely can be recycled. It's just pretty expensive and the facilities that do that are few and far between. But we have the trash cleanup right around the corner, and we've already got a program sorted out with that where all of the styrofoam goes to a recycling facility. So we're just gonna let this hang out here for a little bit until the trash cleanup, and then we'll add it to the dumpsters there, and that way it can get sent somewhere where it'll be recycled. I'm not sure what they recycle it into. I've always wanted to know. All in all, we're so satisfied with our progress this week. While fixing a couple major eyesores felt great, the best feeling was knowing we have a firm, stable, lasting foundation to build up from here on out. Can't forget to also thank our lucky stars that fire happened exactly where it did and didn't become a wildfire. Big cheers all around to another fun week on Fontana. Thanks for joining us, y'all.